Hi everyone, please give me a thumbs up in the comments if you can hear me. I am just opening up live chat. Okay, we want to see live chat. Okay. Welcome to live chat. Welcome everybody. And you can let me know in the comments where you're from. While I am starting out, I just wanted to say there are a few people who have just contacted me to say that they unfortunately cannot attend because of the change in load shedding, and that is absolutely perfect. This live will still be available tomorrow. Hi Bernice. So the live will still be available tomorrow and you will be able to watch it. So while I'm also still waiting for everybody else, I just thought I'd show you a few things that I've been doing. Hi, Sunel. Hello, Fairy. Okay, so what I did, and I'll actually give a free PDF to somebody who has joined us tonight of this. I designed this for you and it's journal pages. So I can send you the PDF and basically it just helps you get on your journal journey. So I explain to you what it's about. I have a few pretty quotes in it that you can stick inside a journal just to give you some inspiration. And then I have a few different journaling prompts inside to help you with your mental health journey. I just thought that was really important. You see, this year I decided I was really going to journal. So I have really been journaling. And I've been writing down my gratitude and writing down what's been happening. And I just, yeah, I feel a lot better because I've been doing that. And just one little thing is I realized what I was doing wrong with journaling the whole time is that I was just writing when I had a bad day, and you don't need to write just when you have a bad day. Write when you have a good day. Write when you feel inspired, because when you get back to your journal, then you can see all the good stuff. So yeah, that's really nice. Okie dokes. So let's start with today's workshop. If you have any questions, just drop them in the chat box, and I have my son and daughter. Well, maybe not my son because he's making dinner tonight. Busy watching the comments, and she will let me know if somebody comments. So I have the notes on my tablet, so yeah, I'm not answering messages while I'm talking to you. Tonight's workshop is about believing in yourself. And I'd just like to give you a few reasons why we don't believe in ourselves. Maybe you were bullied at school. And actually, I was just having a conversation with my daughter about school and about how people treat you when you're in school and how you really need to get over being in school. So, yeah, maybe you just had a bad childhood. My childhood was traumatic. If you've watched my videos, you'll know that. If you've been in my support group, you'll know that. And it sucks. It sucks getting through because not every day is a good day. December was horrible for me. I just, yeah, it was just really horrible. in December. I didn't feel like myself. I just felt down. I felt depressed. Didn't feel like doing anything, and that was that. And that comes along with trauma. And it is so important to look after yourself. And I always say, and in my videos and my vlogs, whenever I possibly can, up your self-care. So tonight's video, now we know why we lack self-worth and self-respect. But what actually is it? It's an internal sense of being good enough and being worthy enough. And actually, one of my fellow support group leaders, Rose, spoke about imposter syndrome. And I thought that was such an important video. I shared it to my channel. You feel that you aren't worthy of what you have or what you actually do deserve. And if we read our Bible, yes, I have to go there because my faith is really important to me. If we read our Bible, God really says we can have anything, and we don't need to deny ourselves of what we need as human beings. God didn't, by saying that, he didn't say, oh, you can treat people badly and you can do exactly as you please. No, he didn't say that, but he said you are deserving. You're deserving of love. And if you watched my faith video, you'll know I grew up both Jewish and Christian. And for me, what really speaks out in everything is kindness and unconditional love. And that especially speaks out in the New Testament and Jesus's teachings and his parables. He really speaks about unconditional love. And we can't have unconditional love or feel our self-worth or help others feel better if we don't have self-worth and we don't have love for ourselves. We really need to take care of ourselves. So yeah, you might have had parents who themselves had no worth, so they passed that on to their children. And well, you know how that goes, the cycle continues. I personally decided to stop that cycle. I had enough of that nonsense. Couldn't take the drama. I needed peace in my life, and I think we all need peace in our lives. So decide to put yourself first. Look at your life and say, what do I want that keeps my life peaceful, keeps me happy? Hi, Liana. Keeps me who I am. And yeah, that's what we really need to be looking at. We need to be saying to ourselves every month, what makes me happy? And when you feel good, you pass that love on to other people. So all these things that happened in our past contribute to who we are now, and we have to change our ways. And how do we change our ways? How do we change what was conditioned into us? And today I went to have my nails done, and I was talking to my bestie, honestly, because of the conversations we have, and we were talking about self-worth and self-love and our faith. And I said to her, you know what, there's just one thing I can't do without once a month, and that's my nails. Because when I come, I get my nails done, my nails look stunning afterwards, and the vibe is so uplifting. You feel so good afterwards, and I need that once a month. So that's my one paid go-to for body self-care. So by doing these things, doing body self-care, soul self-care, mind self-care, we start to change what happened to us in the past, because we actually start to realize, even if you take 10 minutes a day, you start to realize you are worth it and how nice that bit of self-care is. So don't read too far forward.
Yes.
I know I've skipped out some stuff, but it's okay. I have my manager, okay? My manager. So another thing you can do, because I know that you and me, we talk down to ourselves. And that is what Christelle and I were talking about today. And how fantastic affirmations are. She said to me that she actually listens to affirmations to go to sleep at night. And I thought that was fantastic. I love affirmations. I say them out when I'm feeling anxious, saying, maybe I am safe. I'm safe. I'm safe. And then I start to feel better. But we can use affirmations to get that negative Nelly out of our heads. So, yeah, as soon as you're beating yourself up, look at it and say, am I really that bad? No, you are not that bad. Change the narrative. Make it into an affirmation of what you really are. Saying affirmations isn't making you out to be a different person. It's just reaffirming who you are. And that's so, so important. To be you. Really, all of you. So, yeah. Do you measure or judge yourself by what other people may or may not think of you? Yes. Yes. If I go back here, our Miss South Africa, Shudu Faso, she was our previous Miss South Africa. She was fantastic. I listened every week to her mental health Mondays talk. And the one Monday, she said, you know, she feels really self-conscious. And she went to a therapist, and the therapist said to her, but you know what? People are so involved with their own lives. When they walk out that door, are they really thinking about what you're wearing? No. They're not looking you really up and down. They're so busy in their lives, they're just walking on past you. So, get dressed, feel good within you, wear what you like, put on a bit of makeup if you feel like wearing makeup. For me, I love makeup, and I even zhuzhed it up a little bit tonight. Because why the hell not? I like to feel good, and that makes me feel good. So, your takeaway from that, do what makes you feel good.
Like listening to music way too loud.
Yes, listening to music way too loud. I think that really lifts your spirits. Or speaking to a good friend. So, have you carried your bruised and battered inner child into from your childhood into adulthood? We probably all have something that happened in our childhood, no matter how big or small, and it comes back to bite us when we are feeling more uncomfortable, or like life's getting us down, and then somebody says something and it triggers that thing that happened back then. What I like to do is I actually have a picture on my phone of myself. I actually have a few. And it depends on that time of life. So if it was little me or a little bit older me, I go back to that photo and I say to myself, as if I'm talking to myself and mothering myself, and I say, you know what, it's okay. You experienced that, you felt absolutely terrible. It really, really hurt you. But look at you now. You've really worked hard. And you might be a work in progress, but you can get there. And yeah, I think that's so important, just to talk to your inner child. And actually, I'm not sure if any of you are watching Lioness, but I can't think of her first name now, but her surname is Sutherland. She's one of the actresses in Lioness, and she actually posted a picture of little her to her Instagram, and she said when she goes on acting jobs, she posts it on her makeup mirror, and she tells her little self, you know, this is going to be a good job, this is going to be okay. And it's so motivating just to talk to yourself and mother yourself a little bit instead of breaking yourself down. So the saddest aspect of this is how much time and energy would have been wasted in your life by breaking yourself down. And I think of that all the time, because I can't easily just study for something now. I can't do the things I could have done when I was 23. And I'm only learning to love myself now, in my 40s. And it's so much wasted time. If I knew these things back then, I would have been a totally different person today, and I would have probably had far less anxiety, and I probably wouldn't be on medication. Who knows? The good thing, of course, is you have the power to change things. You might not be able to have done the things when you were 23, but you can make your life better now. And that's what we all want. We want our lives better now. The last 2 years have sucked. Just straight, that's the word. They have sucked. So how do we start with our self-worth? Where do we go? We've got a few self-care things. We've got our affirmations. And a good way to start is with self-respect. And with self-respect comes boundaries. So boundaries, the most important boundary you're going to set is with yourself. Set it with yourself because you won't regret it. Like I said, I am going to journal, and yes, I may skip a day, but I have been journaling right through January, and I feel so much better because I set that boundary with me, and I said, I'm going to journal. And I've bought myself some nice pens. Actually, let me show you. Some nice colors. So I've inspired myself, and yes, I want to use my pens, so I'm going to journal.
Tell them what kind of pens they are.
Hi, sorry about that. It looked like we disappeared. Yeah, so I was myself some really nice fine liners, and they write like a dream. So it inspires me to want to journal more. Okay, so self-respect. Okay. I think, could you tell Tristan to go off?
Tristan?
Off the network, please. I think load shedding is causing. Okay, thanks. Sorry about that. Okay, so besides having boundaries with yourself, another important thing is to have boundaries with other people. Now, we don't do boundaries with other people to be nasty to them. We do it to be kind to them and ourselves. Because if we don't have the energy to give them the love that they deserve and that we deserve, we're doing both of us a disservice. So saying no is so important. And you don't need to explain why you're saying no. And yeah, I've said no to clients recently. I I've come to the space that I know what I can cope with. I am one person. That's one of my mantras for the year, and I'm sticking to that. So say to yourself, I'm only one person. Can I actually fit this in? What's important for me?
Bernice says she keeps on forgetting to journal, so maybe is there a good way to like help her remember?
Okay, so to remember to journal, for me, the nicest thing is to actually write down the journal, to do it by hand. But there are actually a few apps that you can set a reminder on, or you can set a reminder on your phone, maybe before bed. But the nicest way is to get into a routine and then, do it at a certain time of day when you're feeling good to write down. Some people feel good by waking up and immediately writing. And I'll mention that book. I can't think of The Artist's Way. And she says you wake up and you start writing. For me, writing doesn't happen in the morning, it happens in the evening. So I feel so much better before bed, clearing out my mind, clearing out all those overthinking thoughts. And so I like to journal afternoon or evening. That's good for me. But I think it's important that we do what's best for us and our, do what's best for you and your mind. Okay. You should be able to look yourself in the mirror and see the perfect being that's being reflected back at you. Now, that's a hard one. I think I did Louise Hay's mirror work, which is filled with affirmations, and she actually explains what each affirmation means. And it's really a good mental exercise. It's 21 days, and each day she gives you a new affirmation. And you look in the mirror when you say your affirmation. And in the beginning, you feel, this is weird. But by the end of those 21 days, you actually start to feel good. And for me, by the time I think I got to like day 15, I realized I needed therapy. And funnily enough, my friend who's a therapist contacted me, and she said, I'm not in your area, but I know therapists who could help you. And she gave me a whole list to contact. So yeah, I just found that so, so valuable. And people discredit it because they say, no, she's a spiritual person. And yeah, about affirmations, it's Louise Hay's. How to Love Your Life. If you send me a WhatsApp or an email on, my email should be in the comment section, but it's 8infinity@gmail.com. I can send you all the books and that I've mentioned. So when you respect yourself by setting boundaries and by doing the work, you start to see how important you are and what you do is. And by doing that, you change the world, living in total respect and leading with unconditional love to all, because you are starting with you and you are giving yourself unconditional love. So I have a quick little poem here from Elizabeth Constantine, Light Meditations for a Year. Self-care is important. It's neither selfish or a waste of time or money. If you do not take care of yourself, how do you expect to take care of anyone else properly? You can only give to what others, you can only give to others what you have learned to give yourself. Also, you can only give what you actually have to give. So if your cup is running on empty, you can't give anybody anything. You can't even give yourself something. And like Christelle said today, if your cup is not full, you end up having like a nervous breakdown because you are feeling so bad. Erin, what did Liana say over there?
She said her husband's gran used to write as soon as she woke up and said it helped her to remember her dreams. Writing can be therapeutic.
Yes, absolutely. Writing down your dreams. I honestly think, and my husband also says it, your dreams are your subconscious speaking to yourself. So it's a nice thing to write down your dreams. And I can't remember who I was watching as well, and they actually had 3 different journals, one for mental health, one for dreams, and that third one was a gratitude journal.
I think that was Amanda Ray.
Was it Amanda Ray?
I think it was.
I thought that was really, really cool because it separates things out and it reminds you. And of course, your gratitude journal could just be a notebook. Write down 3 things every night that you are grateful for during the day. Or write them down first thing in the morning. You're alive. So it's one thing to be grateful for. So your key to worthiness. Okay, know that you deserve to receive all that is good in every aspect of your life. Like I said, the Bible says to us that we are worthy. But we are so conditioned into believing that we aren't worthy of the simplest things, and we break ourselves down. Oh, I see. Bernice says she remembers every detail of her dreams. That is awesome. So by understanding that God never created rubbish and that you are absolutely an amazing human being, you are absolutely worthy of everything that comes into your life. So if somebody gives you a gift, you're worthy of that. You are worthy of every blessing that comes into your life. And if that's one thing I could really, really portray across to you, how wonderful you are. You know why you're wonderful? Because you're completely unique to everybody else. Even with your bad hair days and maybe your foul mood, who knows? You are still wonderful. And that's just awesome. I love telling people how wonderful they are because you see something lights up behind their eyes. So become aware of your feelings, your beliefs, thoughts, and your actions. And I recently did a little, please can you tell them to shut up? Sorry, it's obvious my husband arrived home and they're busy giggling and carrying on. Now Cammy knocked the light out, but I'm carrying on quickly. So what happens? I have to get my thought back. You are absolutely worthy of all the abundance and whatever you would like to manifest in your life. Please can somebody tell me what I was saying, because with all that going on, I kind of lost my train of thought. Sorry about that. Do you remember what I was saying?
You're saying you loved telling people how wonderful and it sometimes helps with your foul mood, something along those lines.
No, I was saying I love seeing people, saying that they're wonderful because it lights their eyes up, and that's true. Everybody needs to feel wonderful. I I really can't remember what I was going to say. I'm really sorry about that. But yeah, when quite a while ago, before I went no contact with my mother, one of my school friends actually saw how tough things were for me. And she lives in Australia, and she actually sent me a card all the way from Australia just to say, you know what, you're really wonderful. You really do good things, and you are deserving of whatever comes your way. Ah, there's the train of thoughts. That you are deserving of everything that comes your way. Um, people give you a compliment and you like dumb that down. No, no, no. You are worthy of that compliment. I do that. Well, I used to do it all the time and say, I'm not worthy of that. But actually, you are. You are absolutely 1000%. Yes, I know there's no such percentage. You are 1000% worthy of all the compliments that you get. You are awesome as you are. Okay, so a few little affirmations. I am aware that I cannot give more than I have. I love and respect myself totally and unconditionally. I love and respect all those around me totally and unconditionally. And that's also where I was going on my train of thought. On my YouTube channel, I recently did a self-acceptance challenge, and was 7 days long. Each video was about 3 minutes long, and it had a different challenge every single day, and I had such good responses from it of how it helped people. And actually, it's part of your self-worth to accept yourself, because by accepting yourself, you know your worth. And after reading those affirmations, I must say that, yeah, now in February, from tomorrow, I will be doing a 20-day self-love affirmation videos. So these are about 30 seconds long. There'll be one every day until the 20th. They go live at 4 o'clock in the morning. So
South African time.
yes, South African time, so that you will be able to access them as soon as you wake up in the morning. And if you'd like to, you can actually use that affirmation for your day, and it'll help you along with your self-love journey. And of course, I will post other things along the way. I'm not sure if she's here tonight, but I've had 2 ladies send me beautiful, beautiful videos that I asked for. I am creating a video for the end of February, and I've asked for contributions for those, just to say to me, please could you give me 3 of your go-to self-care things, your favorite self-care things for body, mind, and soul, and send it to me in a video that's about a minute long. I don't need to see your face, but yeah, you could record a flower in your garden, record one of your pets, and just speak and say, these are my 3 favorite go-to self-care things. And I'll be creating a little video with everybody's contributions. So the importance in that is to show you there are so many things that you can do, and maybe you learn something from somebody else that they're using and you like that idea, and you take it on for yourself, and it helps you in your mental health journey. So yeah, that's the premise behind those little videos. Okay, so in my notes that I created, I have 28 practical ways of believing in yourself. And then I have at least about 10 spiritual tools that you can use to believe in yourself. And just to end off, I have another Elizabeth Constantine little light meditations for you. You are worthy of all the riches of earth and in heaven. You are deserving of them because you are a child of God. And no matter what you believe in, sorry, this is me interjecting, no matter what your faith, you are still a child of God. We all just call God something different. And you are all children of God. God never created rubbish. And as God, who is your Father and Mother, love you unconditionally. And that's what Jesus taught. He showers his riches upon you whenever you allow him to do so. As many of God's gifts arrive in drab and sometimes ripped and torn packaging, you often decide not to open them. You toss them aside as if they were not worthy of your attention. Other gifts arrive dressed in gold and jewels, which you reject as you think they could not possibly be for you. However, there is a gift in every parcel God sends you, no matter how second-hand or royal or glamorous it may appear. Make sure that in the future you do not return the gifts unopened and reject the riches God would like to bestow on you. You are worthy of all of them. And yeah, that's really what the message is tonight, is that you are worthy. And pinned to my channel is a little poem. It's at the top and it's called You Are Worthy. And I'll actually share it to a post after this. Just go by and watch it and remind yourself how worthy you are, and take care of yourself. You are valuable to everybody around you, and you're valuable to me because you joined this evening, and I am so, so grateful to have you present here tonight. Even though there are few of you, I am very, very grateful to have you here, because I hope that one thing here resonated with you, and maybe one of those things can just help you, make you feel a little bit better. And that's all I could wish for. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me tonight. And I see it's gone on for 38 minutes, so I'll cut it off. And if you have any questions to ask me, you're most welcome to email me or drop me a WhatsApp, and I'll answer you. And if you'd like the notes for this evening, please do let me know. So have a good evening, and remember to pause for self-care. Cheerio.